from the John C. Hench Production Arts Studio in Peoria, Illinois, Video Max Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Dawn McClure and Marcella Gillen. The news with Gerard Taylor and Haley Fichter. And a Midstate reporting team. Sports with Brett Travalis. Brandon Johnson is on the beat. Shane Fryer takes us about town. Get Real with Bob Hallberg. Let's Eat with Simone Buckner. We go in the spotlight with Savannah Jones. Street Team with Justin Rustano and Allison Barkley. Elizabeth Scoville brings us State of the Arts. I'm your announcer, Simon Daniels. Now, Midstate Magazine. Take it away, gang.
Good evening. Welcome to the Valentine's edition of Midstate Magazine. I'm your host, Don McClure.
And I'm Kayla Neitz.
All right, so what's going on? Happy past Valentine's Day.
Yes, did you have a good Valentine's Day?
I did. Went and had some dinner.
Okay.
I think, what was it?
With
Biaggi's.
someone special?
I don't know if she was someone special, but it was a special evening.
Okay, good.
Yes. How about you?
It was good. My boyfriend lives in Nashville, Tennessee, so he's a little bit far away for us to, get together and celebrate Valentine's Day, but I did get a care package from my mom and stuff like that,
Nice.
So it was nice.
Okay.
Valentine's Day I always like just because of the candy, so.
Right. And I recently heard if you were trying to scuffle for roses at the last minute, that they were going up on the prices,
Really?
Yes, they always go up on the prices during the week of because so many people wait till the last minute.
Which is kind of silly because you kind of want to buy them when they're fresh, right?
Hey,
I wouldn't want to buy them a week before because then they're going to start wilting, but.
True. But hey, everybody has to make a buck, right?
Right.
Also, with this weather going on, it was kind of rough to have a good Valentine's Day. We got a lot of snow on Valentine's Day.
Yep, absolutely. And the
yes.
roads were just kind of sloshy and just kind of slippery everywhere. So hopefully everybody got to where they were going safely. Dinner reservations were met.
Exactly. But there was a lot of love in the air out here in Peoria, and it was pretty great actually.
Yes.
So yeah, hopefully it'll continue, right?
I hope so. There's a lot going on in the heartwarming of Peoria area.
Even in this cold winter season, let's check out the news team with more information.
There we go.
Good evening and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Brent Travalis.
And I'm Danielle Hayimski. Now let's take a look at the news.
With inflation raising prices everywhere, it's hard to save a penny anywhere. However, this month gas prices have leveled off. The average price for a gallon of regular gas is $3.29. Gas is currently 30 cents cheaper than this time last year. In this past month alone, the price has dropped more than 5 cents a gallon.
2014 marks the Year of the Horse, according to the famous Chinese zodiac. In honor of this year, the Peoria Zoo held its Year of the Horse celebration. Kids in the area were able to learn about the Chinese Lunar New Year and the animals in the Chinese zodiac. The horse was not the only animal the children got to see. The zoo also brought in other zodiac animals such as a pony, a zebra, and a rabbit.
Up until January 1st of this year, drivers that displayed handicapped license plates did not have to pay for meters to be legally parked. Now, however, those same drivers are no longer exempt from paying metered parking. Peoria traffic officers are now writing tickets to drivers unless they display special gray and yellow striped handicap placards. Those who are eligible for placards must now have a physician sign off on their applications. During January, Peoria police left flyers instead of tickets to raise awareness for the new law. However, this week, tickets have begun to be issued.
The Central Illinois Small Animal Rescue, also known as CISAR, has run out of funding to pay their heating bills. Shelter employees are doing all they can to keep animals safe and conserve power. CISAR filed bankruptcy and is now paying for everything in cash, but the price of propane is still hard to meet. They're looking for donations to help them keep warm throughout the rest of this cold winter season.
This winter has been a lot longer than past ones with so much snow. Many businesses and schools were forced to shut down.
Bradley University in particular faced a few snow days. Matthew Villanueva has the story.
A sudden burst of cold weather has hit Central Illinois. Let's ask some Bradley University students to share their thoughts. Due to the recent icy conditions, students must stay aware now more than ever. Here are some tips people should keep in mind to ensure safety during this brutally cold winter.
Honestly, just staying warm. I didn't really have to do anything much more than that. Just stay bundled up and make sure that you're not outside for too long.
To some students, this weather isn't a first.
I maybe have experienced -20 up in Colorado, but other than that, it's definitely the coldest here.
Some of these students have thought of an alternative name for this recent weather, often deemed the polar vortex. If you can give a nickname to the recent weather, what would it be?
It'd be deep freeze.
The cold apocalypse.
The campus sent out a BU forewarned message saying the university would be closed on Monday, January 6th. A day off due to extreme weather was exciting news for students to hear.
Well, I had gotten the text first, and I literally immediately just started screaming and running around the house.
It's not often that Bradley University cancels classes.
We haven't had a snow day in such a long time. It's been about 4 years, so it was exciting because, you know, it was nice to have a day off.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Matt Villanueva.
Thank you, Matt. Now let's head over to Spencer with sports.
Thank you, Danielle. In an attempt to bring some good fortune to a struggling franchise, the Washington Redskins have brought back one of their own. The team has hired former quarterback Doug Williams to an executive position under general manager Bruce Allen. Williams led the Redskins to a Super Bowl victory back in 1987. The MVP of that game, he made history as the first African-American quarterback to play in the Super Bowl. The former QB has front office experience, spending 4 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 2004 to 2008. Last year, Williams was fired from his head coaching position at Grambling State University after just 2 games into the season. The old saying for the love of the game has never meant more. Former basketball star Trace McGrady will pursue a career in baseball, specifically pitching for the Sugar Land Skeeters of the independent league known as the Atlantic League. Multiple reports are indicating McGrady throwing at speeds of 90 to 91 miles per hour. A 7-time All-Star in the NBA, McGrady played for the Toronto Raptors, Orlando Magic, and the Houston Rockets. Michael Jordan was the last basketball star to transition to baseball in 1994 when he played for the AA affiliate in the Chicago White Sox organization. The Skeeters last made headlines when Roger Clemens pitched 2 games for them in 2012. With baseball season fast approaching, reigning Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston continues to gobble up awards. A 2-way player for the Florida State Seminoles in baseball, Winston was named to Baseball America's preseason All-America 3rd team as a utility player. Last year, the right-hander went 1-2 on the mound, striking out 21 batters through 27 innings. The Texas Rangers selected Winston in the 15th round of the 2012 Major League Baseball draft. That's it for sports. Back to you, Danielle.
Thank you, Spencer. A varsity basketball player at Conan High School in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, is responsible for collecting $15,000 for Washington Community High School. Joey Ronawa went to local Hoffman Estates businesses asking for donations after seeing how his fellow players in Washington had lost everything in the November storms. Washington High School Superintendent Jim Dunnan accepted the $15,000 check on Monday. Affected Washington High School students and staff who lost their homes in the tornadoes will get a part of that whopping check sometime in March.
What a great story. What a great kid. What a great thing to do for his fellow students.
Well, that's it for the news. I'm Spencer Shelton.
And I'm Brent Travalis.
And I'm Dale Hayimski. Hope you had a warm Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, news team.
All right, so coming off of sports now, I know you had something interesting, right?
Yeah, I did hear about a cheerleader who was on the Cincinnati Bengals team, and essentially she's suing the football program for, she doesn't announce a number or anything like that, but basically she does over 300 hours of practices and you know, charity events and stuff like that, and she only is getting paid about, what it comes down to is $2.95 an hour.
Wow.
And the Ohio minimum is $7.95 an hour.
Okay.
So what do you think? Do you think she should be paid more?
Well, obviously her basic right is everybody's supposed to be paid minimum wage, and then you got recently Obama trying to raise
the minimum wage even more.
Exactly.
Sure.
So yes, that's, you can't even live off of that.
That's
so
exactly what I was
obviously
thinking.
that shouldn't even be a problem. Also, in football news, you know, Michael Sam recently coming out as an NFL player, and he is a high draft pick, which is coming up in May. And a lot of talk is some football players feel they don't want to get a teammate in the
So will he
in the
still
locker
be drafted given that he just came out?
Exactly.
Okay.
And there's a lot of talk going on, you know, and I mean, really in today's society, as much progress has been made, even by our, you know, head leader of the country, even, you know, saying gays is equal, and states are finally implementing it, that gay marriage is equal.
People still have their own biases individually.
Exactly.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see how that plays out with the coaches picking, giving that.
Very true, very true. And hopefully, I mean, when it all comes down to it, hopefully we'll see what our nation is made of and see what happens with the culture. And right now we have Street Team that has a sweet treat for us.
Let's check in with Pablo Iglesias for some fun Valentine's Day trivia.
I'm Pablo Iglesias, and this is the Street Team. Today we go around asking Bradley students if they know a couple things about Valentine's Day. A certain amount of women buy themselves flowers each Valentine's Day. Would you be able to guess what this percentage is?
Like 45%.
Actually, it is only 15%. Oh, good. Finish the poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. Go. Now, why do you believe that red roses are a symbol of Valentine's Day?
Well, because, I mean, everybody likes roses, and I don't think pink roses, do pink roses exist?
I believe so.
I mean, people like flowers, so why not, you know?
So now, Maddie, there's a country where a custom is the women are to only buy chocolates for the men, and then the men are to reciprocate that on March 15th. Can you name this country?
No.
Can we check, is no a country? It is not. Well, actually, okay, well, we've got this guess right here.
Italy.
You're actually incorrect. The answer is Japan. It was definitely a successful and interesting day with Bradley students talking about Valentine's Day. Reporting here, sending my heart out to you, I'm Pablo Iglesias with the Street Team.
All right, thank you, Pablo. Kayla, how well did you know your trivia?
You know, I didn't know any of those super well, but I do have some other trivia for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay,
all right.
get ready.
Okay.
All right, so what % of women send roses to themselves on Valentine's Day?
Ooh, I will guess, I would hope a low number. Let's just try 10.
It is 15%, which is ridiculous.
You said that, right? Yes. Yes.
Send some flowers to someone.
Right.
I don't care if you're dating them.
Right.
If you see them in your class and they look lonely, send them flowers.
It could even be a friendly gesture.
No one should have to send them to themselves.
Yes.
That is just so sad.
Yes, and with Valentine's Day and everything going also, you know.
It's the holiday of love.
Yes,
Just send some love.
You know, even a card or a simple card, and it does not,
Speaking
I
of
think
cards.
sometimes people get mixed up with it being
a romantic gesture.
Right, and sometimes it can just be love. Like, you know what, I was in the spirit of love. I just want to show my appreciation. Also, I want to throw out there, you know, Happy Black History Month. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
And I just try to remind everybody, you know, learn a Black history fact, like Madam C.J. Walker, first Black woman millionaire, you know. And I think
I just read that somewhere, actually.
Yeah, she created the hot comb, you know. And,
cool.
Maybe I'll always drop some Black history as we make it through the month.
I think that's a good idea.
Yes, and since was just recently Valentine's Day, you were probably too focused on some romances to notice this movie.
But Ricky Hendon has a must-see, action-packed movie. Let's check in with him.
Hi there, and welcome to Get Real. I'm your host, Ricky Hendon. Courage, honor, and brotherhood are all traits that describe a Navy SEAL. But when a secret military mission goes wrong, all these things will be tested as these soldiers fight for their lives. Even with the help of some unlikely allies, only one will come out alive in the new movie, Lone Survivor.
Here, we'll have 15 team guys, about a dozen Marines standing by all night. When we hear Schlitz Malt Liquor, we're heading back to Bagram for phase 2. The movement is
based on true events. Lone Survivor tells the story of 4 Navy SEALs as they are sent on a mission to assassinate a senior Taliban member in the mountains of Afghanistan. Led by Lieutenant Michael Murphy, who's played by Taylor Keish, the SEALs find themselves in a sensitive situation when their mission gets compromised. The movie is full of action, but also does a great job of displaying the raw emotions of each character.
I think it's about these 4 guys and their relationships within one another, and just quite simply, they'll die for one another. And I think if, you know, through that camaraderie and the friendship and the humor, and a lot of these guys, through these stories that we're told, like when you're in the fight, and it's like, it doesn't look good. It's like sometimes all you can do is laugh, you know, and those are important moments as well.
Rules of engagement says we cannot touch them. I understand. And I don't care. I care about you. I care about you. I care about you. I care about you. We can't do anything.
Look at that soldier.
They are unarmed prisoners.
This is not a vote. This is what we're gonna do.
Overall, I give Lone Survivor 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend you see this movie. I'm Ricky Hendon. It's been real.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you, Ricky. Well, speaking of movies,
Yes.
we've got a couple other Valentine's Day movies. If you missed them on Valentine's Day,
Okay.
you could have seen Endless Love.
I did not know.
How about Winter's Tale?
I have not. No.
I haven't seen either one either, but I have seen the previews and they look pretty good.
Okay.
Other than that, we've got Frozen, which I think has outsold Lion King, which is the first movie to ever do that. And
Really?
Yes, and they brought in about $810 million.
Wow.
$347 million coming just from the U.S.
Wow, that's
so
awesome.
if you haven't seen that, I would definitely recommend it. It was very cute, very good.
Yeah, I will definitely have to check that out. Also going on with the weather, I just want to, you know, update. It's been crazy on the East Coast. I have recently read not too far, just a few days ago, 21 people died because some places on the East Coast got between 12 and 27 inches of snow.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like snow. It was like a wintry mix. They said like snow, ice, and like rain.
That is miserable.
Yes, and it really did get out of control.
Well,
yes.
speaking of the East Coast, I heard about a couple in New York who actually left their 4 kids, the youngest being 4 years old, in their apartment for 6 days without food or heat.
That's just
so they were arrested for
ridiculous.
child endangerment, but hopefully, you know, they can figure that out or get them in a different house with a better relative or something like that.
But on a good note, it's been a little bit warmer this week, and at this point in time, everybody be safe around town.
Yes.
And with that, you know, About Town focuses on the Peoria area out here. Yes. And so with that, we will have our next About Town segment coming up.
Yes.
But
in the dead of winter, there's only one city that truly captures the beauty and elegance of the winter storm. This magnificent city is Peoria, and if you take the time to examine all it has to offer, you'll be surprised at what you find. I'm Nikki Gearbrandt, and I'm here to take you about town. This week, we went to the Dome Planetarium inside of the Peoria Riverfront Museum. I spoke with Renee Kerrigan, planetarium curator, to learn more about the dome and astronomy itself.
I think astronomy is a very inspiring topic in science. Learning about what you can see in the night sky and learning about what those stars really are. Astronomy is important to know because it's a basic science, but it's also important because it inspires people to question how the world works around them and maybe get interested in science in general because of that.
The dome's technology lies in the SkyMaster star projector. It's used to teach us about the stars and solar system. Visitors to the planetarium can watch immersive shows about astronomy projected onto the dome ceiling.
The show that we have today is Stars Over Peoria. We do this every day at 2:30. We talk about what you can see in the night sky right here from Peoria. We also do laser light shows in the planetarium. Coming up in March, we're doing laser beetles and laser zeppelin. So that's just a fun thing we do. We don't only talk about where the stars are here in the planetarium either. We do all sorts of shows that are based on broad topics of astronomy like black holes and nebula and galaxies.
If you're looking for some fun that's out of this world, take a trip to the Dome Planetarium. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Nikki Gearbrandt.
Thank you, Nikki, for that one-of-a-kind adventure.
yeah, that looked pretty cool, you know. So
Something to
Flappy
check
Bird,
out.
right? Yeah.
Yes, the new game Flappy Bird. I have actually only played it on my friend's phone because I tend to get very addicted to games, and it just seemed way too frustrating for me to handle.
But there's an issue going on.
There
with
is
it
an
right
issue.
now.
They took it off the market because the man who created it essentially said that it was ruining his simple life, all the fame. And I think there was like 50 million downloads, and it's taking in about $50,000 a day just from all the ads. So all the people that have the game on their phone existing, they get to keep it, but nobody else can download it from here on out.
Gotcha.
So kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know idea that it was that popular, that so many people were downloading
Now
it.
I want to check it out, but I can't even
Right,
see
you
what
can't
it's
even
about.
find someone, one of your friends, because they probably still have
yes.
it.
If it's that popular, I'm sure somebody does have it. Also, I was going to say, sorry, it's been a rough day.
Sure.
I was going to say...
About the weather?
Yeah, something about the weather going on.
I know that with the weather changing, like you said, that it was going to get warmer next week.
Yes,
sometimes that can lead to certain things with health. One of the things that I read
Right.
is that all the moisture in the air and the change of temperature when it happens so rapidly can lead to a higher increase of strokes.
Which is what I was going to say for as far as like older people. I know for like my grandmother, I called her and just see how she was doing with the weather adjustment, whether it's cold, whether it's warm. The weather has been kind of going up and down, and so just, you know, check on your elders.
Check up on people,
Yes.
check up on yourself. If something's not feeling right, going in
Exactly.
just get a checkup.
Exactly. You know, basically there had been a ISU kid who laid out in the cold without like a shirt on and
You're
died.
kidding.
Yes, you know, so, and that made pretty big headlines.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, young or old, everybody be safe with the weather going on. It's really big right now, definitely.
Don't underestimate the weather. I guess
Yes,
that's
very,
the
very
idea.
true. Yes. Any oh, and also I heard a great band. I was just out and around in Peoria, and it was like some, you know, artists, and I think they were trying to make a name for themselves, but they
very
were
cool.
amazing. Anything?
What kind of music?
I think it was like
country,
more of
contemporary?
like a mixture of country and like contemporary stuff or whatever, and it was just a great voice.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Was
you
it a
know?
band or was he a single and he just had people
I think
playing
it was
with
a band. He was singing and he had band, and they looked like they were friends, like if they all came together. So, you know.
Were they writing originals?
They covered a few songs.
Okay,
yes.
very
So we'll see, you know. But also, you know, talent is not hard to find, as I just said, and Brooke always has some interesting things for us, right?
Let's check in with Brooke to see what talent we have for this week on State of the Arts.
Hello, and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Brooke Janes. Today we have a local DJ and producer on the set who goes by the name of Bill Nye. He has recently formed a duo with the likes of Trill I Am to form the group called Lambo. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thank you for having me.
So you're a DJ?
Indeed, yes.
What do you mix your own things, or do you use other samples, or what?
I do mix some of my own music and the music that me and Trill I Am create as Lambo. But I do use a lot of other people's music when I mix in my sets too. So.
And how do you know Trill I Am? Is he famous? I know Will I Am, or is that his twin brother? Or
No, I think he just kind of derived that name from him. But he has had a lot of tracks. Trill I Am, he actually has a track played in the UK, kind of like on their sports center. So like when they're like in between like, you know, a quarter or something like that, or maybe a timeout, they'll play his track and he'll get like a monthly check from them, which is actually pretty cool. So.
That is pretty cool. Do you get paid for your gigs? Are you playing gigs now?
Yeah, it depends like on the deal before I play, but yeah, I would hope to be paid, but sometimes there are some shows that aren't paid.
Sure. Do you have any shows coming up?
Yes, there's one at Cam's here in Peoria.
Okay.
It's on February 21st. I'll be opening up for Two Live Crew, like the late 80s, early 90s hip hop group.
Sure.
And they're kind of like touring around again, so that'd be cool to see them. I suggest coming out.
Okay. Is there a cover charge or anything?
I believe, I think it's $12 for a ticket.
All right.
But
nice. Well, will you give us a little taste of what you do and what you'll be doing then?
yeah, I'm just gonna mix two tracks here. One track is Tipsy by Jake Kwan, but it's a Candyland remix.
Good pick. Okay.
And then I have a remix of Butterfly by my good friend Filibuster. And I'll just be mixing these two tracks together as one.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
All right, so.
Everybody in the club getting tips. Now everybody in the club getting tips. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Transition out.
Very nice.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Club getting tipsy. Club
and that's a transition between 2 tracks.
Very nice. So. Well done. Is that something I could do?
Yeah, with enough time, YouTube videos, internet searching, you could definitely get into it. So anybody can pick this up. You just got to practice.
Nice. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for having me.
And thank you all for watching. That wraps up State of the Arts. Be sure to join us next week for a more in-depth look at the talent from around the area. I'm your host, Brooke Janes. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Brooke, and thank you, Bill. That was very cool.
It was cool, yes, definitely. But right now, one of the biggest things everybody is talking about is the Olympics.
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of news, not so much about the actual competitions and
Very
the
true.
winnings and stuff like that, but more behind the scenes stuff.
Right, Russia has immediately been rocking out,
Yep.
First it was them being so anti-gay and
and the torch.
Right, all the torch thing, which is I want to say it was a woman, but whoever it was that lit the torch when they first started off the Olympics, tweeted a picture of President Obama and Michelle Obama, and with a banana in front of their faces, saying something like, "You want it?" Right. And
Just
then
ridiculous.
when they, brought it up, they were unapologetic about it. It was just
why
like
wouldn't
I did
they do it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
absolutely.
did it. Oh well. Yeah. Anything else you heard about?
I heard about one of the skiers. She's a Russian woman. She basically posed nude on one of the slopes that they're skiing on. I think it was like 3 years ago, but it's all, of course, being resurfaced because she's like
famous
such
now.
a famous person in the Olympics. So everybody's got a ton of controversy over whether or not she should have been doing that.
Right.
And they interviewed her, and she was just like, "No, I don't regret it. Why would I regret that?" So they're on a roll, that's for sure.
Russia is rocking out, and hopefully, once we get an update, we'll keep updating everybody on the medal count and see how everybody's
Hopefully
doing.
it'll be more about the medals and less about what's going on behind the scenes.
Exactly, and just to review really quick, I hope everybody had a great Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
I hope everyone got, felt loved.
Yes, and
got some
stay
flowers.
safe in the weather.
All the snow, hopefully it'll go away.
Right, and also, I think, also for Black History Month, even though it's about African American history, really it's about equality, treating everybody equal and all of us.
Continuing to,
get along.
progress in that.
Exactly, All right, so I'm your host, Don McClure, for this evening.
And I'm Kayla Meeks. Have a great night, and be sure to join us next week.
Thank you.